So anyway, after a bit of clubbing, maybe you want to go and try out some wine tasting. You're a connoisseur or even just on your basics. You don't know much at all. We went down to Charlie Palmer's at the Grand Sierra we basically checked out all their new wines they've got down there. Have a look. Hello and welcome back to The Pulse. I'm Stuart Campbell and I'm here with David Graydon, the wine director of the Charlie Palmer properties in Reno. How are you?
Doing well, Stuart. Thanks for having us.
Well, here we are. The main thing of Charlie Palmer's wine. Let's get down to it.
Exactly.
So what kind of wines do you have here at Charlie Palmer's?
Well, at Charlie Palmer, there's 3 different restaurants. So what we offer, we try to cover all the bases. The steakhouse itself, much more of a high-class atmosphere, you know, fine dining, traditional steakhouse style. So we have much of the bigger reserve Cabernets and blends and Chardonnays as well. And then we move over to Finfish, the seafood restaurant, much more lighter fare, more casual atmosphere. We try to pair up with the foods as well, more seafood friendly, seafood focused. Some of what I feel the best seafood in the desert for sure. And then the Italian restaurant, of course. So we have some nice Italian varietals, California Italian, and a different array of more food-friendly wines and kind of lighter, more family style over there. And then into the reserve where we have one of the coolest spots where you're 80 different wines by the glass. You can try them all, almost self-serve with a hostess showing you around and tasting you on different things. But what we really like to do with the wine here is kind of expand people's horizons and their knowledge and understanding of how wine works.
Well, I was going to say, because I don't know much about wines, so you're going to have to explain to me how this kind of works.
Absolutely. So we're going to try it, and I called that a little table art on the table there, so my apologies. Okay. But starting off with one of Charlie's private labels. Charlie has several vintners that make wine for him. This one is the ISC label. It stands for International Sommelier Conspiracy. Cool. And he just has relationships with other vintners all around California that make their wine and put our label on it. Nice. And this is a Pinot Noir out of the Arroyo Grande Valley, so a little south central coast. Okay. So we want to let it open up in the glass. We've got some nice big burgundy glasses here. Okay. Pinot Noir being a little softer red grape. And basically just give it a good swirl, let it open up, and then nice little smell of the glass, smell a little bit of that fruit, California style, fruit forward, a little softer, and then always just take a little sip, a little slurp. Let it roll over your tongue, let the air kind of open everything up, and then swallow. We're looking for different subtleties and nuances that the wine would possess and certain characteristics that the varietals express. But my biggest thing, whether you know about wine or not, remember 2 things and hold these 2 things above all else, and know what you like, know what you don't. Don't let anyone tell you anything different.
Well, I've got to say that was really good, that one. That was kind of really fresh in the, you know, and fruity in the mouth.
Exactly.
And especially kind of doing, I was watching you just there going, you know, sucking in, and I really kind of felt that kind of flavor in the back of my mouth there. So yep. that was good.
And especially with red wine, oxygen helps to open up, kind of release the molecules, so you get all those nuances and a much better expression of the wine and the grape itself.
Right.
So I'm glad you like it. It's a nice start. It's a nice, easy drink, and we do several different labels with the ISC.
Awesome.
And as much as we can, try to get people to try new things, but we of course have the standards that people want to see and love to drink on a regular basis.
And then I've heard also you've got something very unique here at the Grand Sierra as well, down at Charlie Palmer's. A vending kind of style machine for wine?
Yep, for lack of a better term, the wine vending machines, but they're Italian machines, the Enomatic machines. And what we do is have everything within the banks. They're all temperature and humidity controlled, and we're able to put whites or reds into the machines, and it's 100% argon gas, and argon's a little heavier than oxygen, so it displaces the oxygen. It helps to keep them fresh. They actually stay fresh up to 3 weeks in the machines. So we're able to put some really high-end wines, some really fun stuff out there, and get a chance to taste wines by the ounce that maybe you wouldn't commit to the whole bottle on. We've had some in the past, some reserve wines that are over $500 a bottle on our list. We've had them out there for $15 or $17 an ounce. So I know I don't drink $500 bottles when I go out. So I'm much more apt to spend 17 bucks just to try it and say that I tasted a $500 bottle.
That sounds good.
And they're really good, actually. And I put a lot of wines out there that we have that maybe we're not selling a lot of those $500 bottles, but it gives those people a chance to taste and sample, and especially if I want to taste it.
I was going to say one more question for you. If you had to make a recommendation, what's your favorite wine down here?
Favorite wine itself?
Yeah.
For me, it's all mood, food, and attitude. So the way it hits you, the mood that you're in for the day, and how it's affecting your palate, and you're happy, you're sad, you're mad, it's raining, whatever mood you're in. And then the food, of course. We try to pair wines that complement the food that we do here and stylistically match up with what the chef is doing. And then the attitude. You come in with an open mind, willing to try something new, you're much more receptive to be able to try something new and like it. But if you come in with that attitude, like, I only drink this wine and I only drink this label, you're much harder sell to get something new and try something new. So for me, mood, food, and attitude, and it really depends on how it hits me for the day, but I'm definitely always in the mood for wine.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much, fella.
Excellent, Stuart.
So get down to Charlie Palmer's and check it out.
Well, that was certainly some good wine there, Stuart. Unbelievable. Charlie Palmer's definitely has great food, and the wine was definitely good as well.